take a trip with my grandma a year and a half ago to the Netherlands as a graduation present from college. My original idea was to go to China, but she suggested Holland, which was flat, and that way she could get around. She was, in fact, able to get around when we went to the flower garden and she found an electric scooter, and off she went. When we called out for her to slow down, she responded, "Well, keep up." This attitude for her, however, was rare. My grandmother was one of the most compassionate people I have ever known, the most generous, abiding nature. I live in New York City now, and I've been lucky enough to find a group of friends that feels like family. My grandmother was the one who taught me that these things don't necessarily have to be different. And in fact, to her, they weren't. Every person she made a connection with, no matter background, position, or creed, had their own story and value which deserved to be heard and cherished. Not only did she treat others well, but she expected the most from people. She always saw the very best in others. No matter who you were, she managed to make you want to be the best version of yourself, and her means of manifesting this self-value was never demanding. It was in the subtlest, most joyful way that oftentimes was just plain fun. One of my favorite times on the trip was when she and I decided to stay in one afternoon and just hang out. We drank Cuba Libres, a drink she said was popular when her and my grandfather were going out, and we talked about friends, boys, and school. We shared stories about what had happened. We talked about what was going to happen. It felt like there was no age difference between us. While the drink of choice may be different now, her ability to connect with people was timeless. I truly believe she could have been another roommate in my apartment in New York City, been able to keep up with everything, especially if New York was flat. My grandma had the remarkable ability to make friends, and therefore family, with anyone, and maintain those bonds for whole life. She truly valued every relationship as if it were her own blood relative. I'm so lucky to have had such a strong, compassionate influence in my life, and to have had such a good friend.
Thank you both. What a gift to us as well as to her. Allison liked that. She had the ability to make friends and thus family, and she did make it so that way. The hymn the family has selected that we sing as a going forth from this place of worship is How Great Thou Art. And we'll sing the first, second, and fourth stanza. And as you're able, would you stand as we sing this hymn together? place now. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy